Hey, I'm back, and I thought I'd do a quick little update. So it's been a few months. Obviously we're in winter, so not really riding much right now. It's been too much snow and ice to even consider taking either my 2 or 3 wheel bike out. But thought I'll just do a quick little update as I got some background driving here as I'm driving through the city. And I thought I'd just kind of go through a few updates because I've got a few comments and I kind of want an update, especially on the CanAm Ryker, kind of where we're at with a few things. So, as the title suggests, I got rid of the RLS stealth exhaust. I love the sound of it, especially when you kind of decelerate the popping sounds. I really liked it, but it was just too loud. Even though it's called stealth, it was obnoxiously loud, and it got to a stage even with earplugs driving, 60 mile an hour higher, it was just way too loud. It's too draining. Long rides, fast rides, just bobbing around the city and stuff. I think it was probably okay. So I sold it and got myself another RLS exhaust, and I got the Sidekick, which is actually ironically more expensive, but I wasn't quite sure on the design, but actually it looks really good and I'm really happy with it. It sounds great. It's definitely a lot louder than the Acrobic or the stock exhaust that came with the bike, but not too loud. For example, at high speed, I can't hear it over the wind noise. It's you can hear, listen to music, podcasts, Bluetooth in your helmet. You can you don't get draining. You can go long rides, not be drained, with earplugs and hearing that noise. It's a really good exhaust. So highly recommend the RLS Sidekick. I've been rocking that for a while now, and really do enjoy it. And it's not quiet, super quiet, but it's not loud either. For me, it's the perfect kind of volume for an everyday ride. So there we go. I did go for just the basic steel, not the powder coated one. The black powder coated exhausts are about $100 more expensive. When I looked at it and I spoke to a friend who's really big into bikes and stuff, it's just kind of pointless, because for appearance wise, you don't see it because it's at the bottom of the bike, and it doesn't really do so much. So for tons of heat and stuff, it's not like a motorcycle where it's right there by your leg. It's kind of hidden below, so it wasn't really worth paying $100 for me. So I just went with the stainless steel version, and so far so good. So that's the exhaust out the way. The next order of business is the wheels. People ask me about remember I plastic dipped the wheels. I gotta tell you, I did that 7-8 months ago now. It's just like as new. Obviously, bear in mind, I'm not taking this thing out for tons of miles or rides, but it's holding up well. There's zero damage. It looks really good. So far so good. Pretty happy with the powder. I didn't get it powder coated because it's so expensive, and just plastic dip. Was it $15 a can for each wheel? Definitely recommend that. So if you haven't seen it, check out my video where I went for the plastic dip thing. So that worked out really good too. Future for the Ryker. Now, do I regret buying it? Yes and no. Do I have buyer's remorse? Yes and no. I bought it brand new from the dealer, and with all the fees and stuff, as soon as you drive these Rykers out from the dealer lot, you got negative equity of about $3,000 to $4,000. I think I'm probably about $4,000 in the whole. What it's worth, what I paid, and what it's worth now, just from removing it from the dealer. So yeah. Hindsight, I wish I spent $6,500 on Facebook Marketplace and got one nearly new to try out. That would probably be a better option. I kind of went for the safe bet, with a warranty on the rest of the jazz. Got a brand new one, but again, you lose that money. Very rarely in my area do you see any of these sell for more than like $7,000. So if you're paying $11,000, plus brand new, you're losing that money right off the bat. So that's not a good thing. Secondly, whenever I got breaking or whatever, I just want to ride my 2-wheel motorcycle. I just like my 2-wheel better, and personally, I like the gears, I like the control of it, I just like the riding experience on the 2 wheels. I'm relatively physically healthy, I don't have any issues, so that in terms of balance and that kind of stuff, I know that's why some people get the Ryker, which is understandable. For me, I don't have any physical impairments, so I can ride a 2-wheel bike, and I've been riding, just saw the videos through Vietnam and on rough, terrible death roads and stuff, and got through that and other roads and through the traffic here in Virginia, and no problem at all. So I do like the 2-wheel. Also, it sounds a little vain, but I'm still not sold on the look of the Ryker. The Ryker kind of looks weird. I just feel like I'm a little dorky riding it. And with 2 wheels, I just feel that it's more of a sleek, better looking bike to be seen on. I know that's kind of maybe a controversial opinion, but I just think I just rather be on my 2-wheel bike. That being said, my plan all along was with the Svartpilen 401 was to get that for 1 or 2 seasons, because it's only a 400cc engine, and maybe, you know, see how I feel, and then move up to a bigger one. So I think my plan is another 1 or 2 riding seasons with the Svartpilen 401, and I really like the Svartpilen 801, which is just the bigger bike. So I think maybe another year, maybe a little bit like 18 months, I'm going to trade both the CanAm Ryker and the Svartpilen 401 and get the Svartpilen 801, which covers all my bases. Because Svartpilen, amazing bike, shooting around town, urban exploring, but it gets a little unstable at higher speeds, being a 400cc engine, a lot vibrating, and just it's kind of basic. Whereas the 801 has a lot more dashboard, has a lot more, you know, digital features, and, you know, has USB charging, all that jazz going on too, just a bigger bike. So I think the best of both worlds for me will be to get rid of both of what I have right now, and then, you know, after another year of riding and get that 801 is what I'm thinking right now. Obviously things change all the time, and who knows what happens in the future. Don't completely hate the idea of getting the CanAm Ryker just because it got me back into riding. I hadn't ridden for 25 years. As a teenager, I had, you know, a Kawasaki, and had a few accidents, and immediately got into a car. Been driving ever since, 4 wheels. But that Can-Am got me back on the road, my confidence back, and got me riding again. So I got to thank it for getting me back on 2 wheels. So it's silver lining there. Again, regret about the cost. I'm kind of stuck with it right now, you know, because of negative equity. I have been thinking about a few options, maybe possibly rider share. If you don't familiar with that, it's basically like a rental service, like an Airbnb but for motorcycles. So you can basically put your bike on there, and then people, you know, rent it for a day or multiple days, and you get paid for it. So I thought, well, you know, obviously that's good because you get some income back. Obviously not right now in the winter, but as we get into spring and summer, you know, people can rent the bike, you know, spend, you know, X amount a day and ride around. It's fully covered and insured through them, so if they damage it or break it, you get paid out for them, not your own insurance. So I thought, well, maybe I can get my money back for it that way through rental. So I'm thinking about it. We'll see. Obviously it's not ideal having strangers on your bike. You know, they're not going to treat it very well, and or trike, should I say, and, you know, they're going to not treat it as well as I would, and it's going to be some damage and some additional maintenance and stuff required, so I've got to take that into consideration. But hey, if I'm totally mindset that it's not for me and I'm going to trade it, then it's not necessarily such a bad thing. So maybe I'll try a couple of rentals, see how it goes, and then hope that if somebody does damage it, they don't lightly damage it, but at least like write it off, because in that case I get a full insurance payout. So maybe that's a good thing, right? Rather than just a minor damage have to get repaired. So I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I know a few people asked for updates. That kind of covers, I think, what we're at. So the exhaust, the windshield I took off, the Ryker, it was just too dark, and especially at night time, and various other reasons. So I got rid of that. I have no windshield on right now, just driving it kind of without one. The exhaust we talked about, like I said, and kind of that's where we're at. So yeah, just a little update. As we get around to spring, I'll probably do some more videos. Obviously right now I'm not really riding it when it's you know, it's, what is it, it's like 25 Fahrenheit right now, so it's a little cold to be out on the bike. But yeah, hopefully having a good winter, and get some riding done soon, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.